Hey, this is Manuel Mata with White Picket Realty, and welcome to the first episode of the Small Business Spotlight. Today we have Angel Palacios and Paul Landa with Cafe de Ñucallacta. Guys, welcome to the show. Can you briefly introduce yourselves?
My name is Angel. I'm a social worker. I work in the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. I help homeless veterans, and I'm a Houston native from the East End, Second Ward, graduate of Texas Southern University and the University of Texas at Austin.
And I'm Paul Landa. I'm the Director of Adult Education at a community center here in Magnolia, or East End of Houston. I also grew up in East Houston and Denver Harbor and graduated from the University of Texas.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show. Thank you guys for coming on. Now, briefly tell us a little bit about Cafe de Ñucallacta, coffee from Ecuador.
It's coffee that we have from Ecuador. One of our brothers, he grows coffee. Comes from a long line of coffee roasters and coffee growers. It's grown organically, hand-picked, hand-washed, no chemicals, no pesticides, no cutting corners, no cheap practices, high quality. On a scale of 0 to 100, it rates up to 88. The highest in the world is 93. So.
Now, I also understand that Cafe de Ñucallacta is very dedicated to the community from where it's grown. Can you tell us a little bit about what that's like?
Sure. So we've looked at Ñucallacta and coffee as a way of not only on two things, okay? Trying to achieve two goals. One is building literacy, access and family literacy here, not only in the Houston area, but also back in Ecuador, and then also looking to Colombia as well. So the other is that we want to ensure that we are purchasing and bringing coffee here and getting a fair price to everyone. So not only to the consumer, but back to in terms of our connection there with importing, but also to its origin, back to the growers, making sure that they're getting a fair price on a good quality coffee.
And you talk about the growers out there. From what I understand, it's very family oriented. Is that right?
Yeah, it's not big corporations just hiring people or temporary labor. It's usually families, extended families, and it's an operation that they have year round, and it's multi-generational. So their father, their great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather all grew coffee on the same plot of land. They pass these skills down, and that's just their craft.
Awesome. So the small business goes even into the growers out there.
Yeah.
So by supporting Cafe de Ñucallacta, you're supporting small businesses in Ecuador, in Latin America. Is that right?
Correct.
Perfect.
And so with our connection with the coffee is one of our fraternity brothers who happens to grow up in Oakland, but took his knowledge back to Ecuador, where his family's from. And through that, through his training as an MBA, he's taken those resources and skills and worked with the growers there to ensure, again, that they have the best growing practices, but also are developing the best business practices.
Now tell us a little bit about the literacy program. There's a literacy component
Right.
when someone purchases Cafe de Ñucallacta.
Yes, so proceeds from the purchase of coffees goes to our program called Taller de Las Mariposas, which translates to the Butterfly Workshop. Butterflies in Latin American history, literature, society has had a number of significance. So we utilize that in terms of the taller to get these books that we purchase. We source them locally, we source them internationally. What we're doing is we're using those the coffee again to offset the cost of the books to make them more accessible to families that would not be able to otherwise afford them. A good quality book bought from Barnes and Nobles or Amazon would cost $15. But if you're on a family with limited means, you have to make decisions: are you going to invest in a $15 book and so forth? So through our coffee sales, we host workshops in the community, hence Taller de Las Mariposas, hence Butterfly Workshops. Workshops where we're able to give collections of books away. To this day, for the last 2 years, we managed to source $10,000 worth of books and make them available to the community here in Houston. Not only just Houston, but also back in Colombia and back in Ecuador.
That's amazing. So you've held workshops not just in Houston, but also in Latin America?
Correct. So through our connection, again, we have another partner who's on the ground in Colombia, and through his networks, he's managed to develop some events, talleres, back in Salento, Colombia, where again, in terms of the same goal, getting quality books available out to these kiddos, hosting literacy workshops, teaching them to read, but also giving them something positive in terms of being able to access. And as Angel can go into terms of the quality of the books and the literary themes that we have.
Usually when you go to get books, even in Houston, there's not a wide selection for Latinos. And even if there is, it's kind of the same ones over and over. We want to widen that selection for kids in Colombia, Ecuador, and Houston to have real strong cultural themes, things such as social justice, colorism, gender relations, just really familial relations, just to have them better understand the relevance of these issues within the community.
Absolutely, I think you guys bring up a good point. As people are growing up, they want to see themselves in these
Absolutely.
books, and sometimes we lack that in some of our literature here, right? Now, can you tell us a little bit about future goals with Cafe de Ñucallacta? Where do you guys want to see it grow and take it from there?
So again, it's just a matter of us scaling up our enterprise here, making sure that folks can purchase the coffee, but then again, scaling up the work that we're doing, the impact work. So bringing these workshops as we've done here in Houston, going deeper, making them more accessible, even eventually having a deeper selection of inventory for our community. So if they choose to buy, they can buy as well, but making the price affordable for them. So not only that, but scaling up in Latin America, back in Colombia and Ecuador, but even in the near future, looking towards other countries in Central America where we have connections within our fraternal network, to bring these kinds of resources and events or resources to.
Where can they go and buy coffee?
They could go to coffeesource.org, make an order. There's different coffee types and different sizes, different bags.
Okay, and as you mentioned, every proceed goes towards a literacy program. Is there anything else that the public can do to be involved in Taller de Mariposas?
Sure, so what we've done in the past is when we look towards these events, individuals can make a donation, they can make a contribution, they can purchase a book as well, and we use a 2-for-1. So if someone purchases it at a market price, and it's actually offsetting the cost of a book, but we're able to donate it to another. So they can contact me. They can contact me, Paul Landa, for more information on how we can partner with and how they can support the continued support of Taller de Las Mariposas.
Thank you guys for joining us. Now, if you want to order, the links are in the description above. Now, please share this video to enter a drawing for a $50 coffee gift basket. $50 gift basket for anyone who shares with their friends and family. So please share to Cafe Ñucallacta. Remember, proceeds go to a literacy program and help small businesses even in Latin America. So thank you so much for watching. And remember, order your coffee from Cafe Ñucallacta. Thank you guys.